Let's start. Okay. Hello, we are gathered today to conduct yet another debate, and the topic for today's debate is a better activity as compared to group discussion. And we have a new face today, Diptesh Dauskar. And yes, thanks for coming, Diptesh. And he will be supporting the motion, which is he will be saying debate is better activity, and I'll be against it. So I think we can just start. Diptesh, over to you.
Yep. Thank you so much for having me over, Kevin. Uh, so should I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So as we know, today a lot of our conversations have moved online, right? A lot of us are sort of stuck behind screens and sort of moving towards texting and all of the other forms of communication. So somewhere, I think there has been a lack of face to face or physical communication amongst people, which I think is very essential to sort of foster bonds and sort of get your points across a little more clearly than how it is available online. So I think debates and group discussions both are excellent means of actually uh, sort of getting your improving your communication skills and actually having real conversations, right, in the physical world. uh, wh- what I feel is, or what I believe is that debates are actually a slightly better form of communication, of having conversations than group discussions. And here's why. You see, us as humans, we sort of inherently have different perspectives, right? We all don't think in a particular way. You can have a different perspective. I can have a different perspective. We do have it, right? Not all of us think the same way every single time. What happens in group discussions is, at least this is what I believe, is that we take a topic and we all try to sort of get think in terms of that same topic and sort of get our points across. Not all of us try to oppose that topic, right? We all speak for the topic. So I think that's where a debate stands out. uh, in a group discussion, I sort of believe that as participants we sort of have a passive way of participating in a group discussions. We sort of listen to what others feel. We sort of pitch in using similar or same points or ideas that people have sort of used before. I'm not saying GDs don't have original ideas; they do. But again, as I said, they are all towards a single topic, and we inherently have different perspectives. So I think GDs lack that active thinking and sort of not arguing, but like setting a different perspective. Uh, Also, I firmly believe that debates sort of improve your confidence because setting a point across that is not and that a lot of people in your group are not in favor of, but you firmly believe that it's true, right? And there has to be a reason you believe it's true. So it actually takes a lot of confidence to put your point across, right, instead of just passively just having the herd thing of going across with whatever everyone feels. So I think that's where a debate also stands out. uh, and yeah, I think it's a very important skill to lay your points down or your views down in today's world. Like for example, especially you'll see this a lot in politics, right? On channels like CNN, Aaj Tak, right? They have these public debates, but what ends up happening, and it's really unfortunate, but what ends up happening is everyone starts to speak over everyone else, right? And it just ends up as a huge, it's all noisy. Nobody actually gets to getting they don't achieve anything. It's just a bunch of noise. And I think that shouldn't actually be the case. In a When you have a conversation, there has to be a purpose for the conversation, right? So also one thing I like about debates is you listen to another other person's point, so which I feel lacks in a lot of other conversations. Active listening is also a very important skill. So yeah, those were my points of why I feel a debate is a better form of communication than a group discussion. So yeah, over to you, Kevin.
Yes. Okay. Very well said, Diptesh. Let me go ahead now. The world need more mediators than debaters. Okay, I would start with this, and today I'll be supporting the motion against the motion, and I'll be saying that GD is far better activity as compared to debate. And I have 3 points to stick with it. Firstly, I think debate leads to a lot of quarrels and noise, but GD in itself is like solution oriented. You have people in a group and they are discussing onto some conclusions, but that is not really possible in debates. Even in daily life, when we have some crossroads, we have two ways to go and we are confused, it is at the end we have a discussion like which is better, and we then choose a side to take. Nextly, I would say that GD covers more areas or more topics as compared to debate. Like topics like future, Goa has future, Goa tourism. These topics won't be easily covered in debate. Like they are set for a better group discussion. So for a wider aspect, wider areas to cover, I think GD is far better as compared to debate. And my last point would be like would state that GDs allow you to be you, and you don't have any bias. Like sometimes you might be participating from a side which you don't really support, and with this consideration, I believe that GD opens your mental whatever content you have very more better in compared to debate. So, for the free conversation and solution oriented mindset, I truly believe that GD is far better as compared to debate. Yes. Okay. Rebuttal phase.
I think that's a very fair. I'm sorry.
Rebuttal phase. We'll ask each other's question.
Awesome.
Okay. We'll.
I sort of noted down a few points that you said, and uh, I think the first thing you mentioned was quarrels and solution, right?
Yes.
I do believe that debates do, and sort of end up with quarrels. I think that's the example I gave about
Hmm.
news and sort of this media having debates in such a form. But I think debates in itself, if you actually take it the way it's supposed to be done, where a person has to be actively listening to the other person before laying down their points, I think it does not necessarily have to end in quarrels. And I think you mentioned that GDs sort of get to solutions, but debates do not. Uh, I sort of feel that debates do actually. I mean, the whole goal of having a debate is to sort of set your point across and get to sort of uh, proving something is right if you truly believe in it. And I think that in itself makes you think of solutions to sort of what you believe in. And I feel like it debates, sort of help you get to better solutions because you're actively listening to another person's opposite point, right? So you're not just believing in something, you're trying to question yourself why you believe in something, right? Because another person is actively questioning and sort of you have a different point of view in front of you. So I think that's why I believe debates sort of help you get to solutions too, and sometimes give you a much more broader perspective because of the opposite uh, perspective that you have in front of you. uh, I feel like there are certain topics that are more suited towards group discussion. You mentioned for tourism, right? So I think the problem of tourism could also be discussed in a debate form. If you have two groups of people that believe in two different things, right? Like I can give you an active example. There's the whole taxi union thing going on in Goa, and then there's a group that firmly believes that taxi should not come in Goa, and a group that sort of believes that taxi should come in India, in Goa, right? So I think that in itself sort of solves the whole Goa tourism problem and could be a great topic for a debate. And it's actually something we are looking for a solution for. So I think group discussion is also a great way of getting to solutions, but I think debate also has its own strengths when it comes to getting to solutions. Over to you, Kevin.
Yes. Okay. To answer your questions, I would say I would take it into some parts. Like first question was about the solution orientedness, which even debate provide, as you have said. But I truly don't agree to that because in debate, although you listen to the other side, but still you have a sort of bias, and you have to support your side till the end. So you will not have a common solution which will help the other side, but you will give a solution which helps your side. So this is one reason why I feel debates are not solution oriented. And my next answer to your question was about the like we should be brave enough to choose a topic which could help us in debate, for example in tourism as you have mentioned, or taxi issues which you have mentioned. But there are still many topics which cannot be held in the debate. For example, India's culture, or if there's a group and they want to discuss on how beautiful India's culture is, or that could not be really considered in a debate, right? Or even um, even any question like quantum computing, where is it going, or AI. No, AI could be done in debate, but there are more questions, more topics which cannot be really done in debate, which are just going to talk on the topic. So that is why I again feel that debate covers a lesser area as compared to GD.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, and it's actually a very fair point. But I think what we need to remember is that GDs and debates are two separate things, right? Two totally different things, and they all both serve their own purpose, right?
Hmm.
There are a few topics where a GD can have sort of an edge over debates, but I still feel that debates sort of force you to critically think for in a different point of view and a different perspective. So I think it's always good to sort of participate and sort of get to solutions. But I think before getting to solutions, uh, you should always factor in all of your different perspectives. Get into another person's shoe, sort of get their point of view of certain things. So I think debates are also very necessary when sort of getting to uh, uh, getting a group of people to get convinced to something. Also, I feel like debates in itself, uh, another point I think is better about debates is that it sort of increases a person's confidence, right? As I said, it's not brave to put your point across when you firmly believe in it, uh, and a whole group of other people do not believe in it, right? This could happen during family discussions too, right? You're having a family gathering, you personally don't believe in something your grandparents said or your parents said, right? Based on your sort of experiences. So I think it really takes courage. So I think courage is something else that is better instilled through debates than group discussions. So yeah, those were my points.
Yes. Do you have any question, Diptesh, to ask for the rebuttal phase?
Should we take a minute or something to
uh
sort of think?
yeah, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. We can take a minute.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we go ahead?
Yeah, sure. So should I
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
are you
go
asking?
ahead. You can ask, you can ask.
Okay. You mentioned that India's culture and topics like that don't really go well with a debate.
Hmm.
Uh, I feel like they do. So I was asking you. So I wanted to ask you about why you feel India's culture and topics like those don't go well in debates. Because I firmly believe that uh, India is a huge country, right?
Hmm.
And culture is something that has been passed down to all of us. And there's a whole lot of different cultures in different parts of the country. And I think uh, I think culture could be a topic that could be discussed in a debate. So I was wondering why
Uh,
that.
can you tell me, like, how do you think culture could be framed in a debate, like having both the sides?
Say for example, you could have like an older population of the country that have been thinking in a particular way, uh, right? They have had something that has been told to them by their grandparents, and they've just been believing it without actually questioning it, right? For example, uh, Okay, a little bit of a personal example, but I think I don't know. This is what my parents have been telling me too.
Hmm.
They've been telling me that you shouldn't cut your nails in the night because that's bad. They've been telling me that in whatever reasons there might be, and that this is something that has been that's rooted in culture because that's something that has been passed down from their grandparents or something. But I firmly believe it's not true. I mean, there could be reasons for why this was believed earlier,
Yes.
but I firmly believe that's not really true. So I think this could be a very good topic for a debate. So I
Yeah.
think there could be more examples, but this is one
Yes.
personal
Yes.
example.
Okay, to answer that, Diptej, I have like impromptu. I was not getting any debate, any topics in my mind that could support group discussion and not be viable for debates. And you have got a very good loophole in whatever I said, and like you got a good example to firstly answer that why we don't cut nails at night. I think that superstition was built because at night there's no, like earlier there's to be no lights in house, and then the nails fell down, and then it could like poke you and be infectious. That was the reason. But then coming back to the debate, I have some other topics which if I tell you right now, it won't be very well used in a that topic won't be helping in the debate as it could have helped in a group discussion. For example, topics like health is wealth, we all agree to that, and there's no point in debating like with sides, right? Or if you take happiness, you should be happy in life, that you don't really have like different points to that. So in some statements, in some facts where there's no really any point to debate on, I think group discussion really serves well. Whereas there could be topics which are good at debate also, even those topics could be used in the group discussion, and there could be views from all the sides irrespective of any biases. So this is again what I see, why I strongly believe that good group discussions are better as compared to debate.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair point. I think group discussions and debates are inherently two separate things. They're both meant for something, and I think both of them do serve their
Yes.
purpose. But I think when you're having a debate, right? I think the first thing to before starting a debate is to ask you whether the topic that you're trying to debate is even worth debating. Right? What are you trying to get to?
Hmm.
Right. So that's like the first step of debate.
Hmm.
If your topic does not, I mean, there's no point of debating in a particular topic.
Yes.
Like for example, you said health is wealth, right? Obviously it is, right? Health is wealth.
Yes.
So there's no point in debating it. So I think the first point of actually a debate is to ask, you know, the entire group whether there's a reason to debate. I mean, what are you trying to get to, right? What's your goal?
Yeah.
So I think there are certain topics that are better suited for a group discussion, but debate in itself is inherently a whole separate uh, you know class meant for a particular group of topics. That's something I feel.
Mm, yes, that is a Diptej. Okay, I'll ask you one question. Maybe. Sometimes in a groups, in a debate settings, like maybe any competitions, you are allotted a side which you don't really believe. For example, maybe insurances are good or bad, and I got a side as insurance is bad, and I have to stick with it, irrespective of the bias that I have. But don't you think in that scenario, my points or whatever I have in my mind will not be coming out more efficiently as it would have come out in a GD, where I could have spoken on both the sides and then I could have reached at some conclusions?
I think that's a very good point. I mean, that's literally what I feel when I hear about debates. Like, I mean, what's the point of debating when I know I don't firmly believe in something? Right? I still have to sort of make up points for the topic. But I think there are a few reasons why you have a debate, right? There are the formal debates where we're talking about national topics, international topics, which are actually required to have a debate on, and where you're actually trying to where you have real people that support real sides. But I think there's also more reasons to have a debate, and this is why it's probably this is why it's conducted in schools and among students, and that topic really outweighs the original whatever reason you probably have of having a debate.
Mhm.
And I think that is to build confidence, right? See, we as people should grow to be able to speak confidently, right? And that's why I think in schools and in students, especially among students, debates are conducted. and you're given impromptu, as we had today, topics to discuss on,
Mm,
right? And I think what that does is many things. First, it builds your confidence, right? You should be able to speak confidently anytime, any in any scenario, right? That's a very important skill. Second, I think it helps you, learn to think faster, right? I think any activity you're trying to do requires a little bit of your, processing of your brain, and the more you do it, the better you get at it, right? So I think thinking fast doesn't come up overnight. I think it has to be practiced through debates.
mm,
So I think that is also a very good reason to have debates. I mean, most of the times when you have debates in schools, there is nothing to be proved over there. The whole point is to sort of have people and have students think quicker, think faster, think of more practical points, think, learn to listen to another person, and to obviously, in the end, build confidence and, be able to speak in front of people. So I think that's the whole point that outweighs the original intent of having an informal debate in schools.
do you have any question, Dipesh?
I do not. Do you?
Uh, oh, I don't have a question as such, but I would like to
Okay.
end with a clarification that you mentioned that
Yeah.
debates are like more, it builds confidence more as compared to group discussion. Whereas I don't really agree to that because in debate you have like a structure, proper structure. One side people will speak, then the next side people will speak. You, if anybody asks question, he can raise and they can answer. But in group discussion, it is also about when you don't really get, you are not actually allotted sides like time when to answer something or when to speak. You have to make sure that your voice could be heard, and like when a lot of crowd are speaking, you make your way into that and you just speak amongst them. So I think the initial barrier of just being heard within the people is much more in GD as compared to debate, because debate you at least have like sides and you are allotted some time to speak, but in GD you have to just break it, and whenever you get any space you have to just speak on that time.
Yeah, I think that's actually a very fair point. GDs do actually, force you to, get you to speak in a crowd and sort of put your points across too. And I think GDs are actually a better activity for that, as compared to debates. But I think there's also in EC in GDs, what happens is nobody's opposing you, right? You're all speaking for a single topic,
Hmm.
and what actually happens, and this is what I've noticed, is that most of the times a lot of people that do not speak confidently, what happens with them is they sort of wait for another person to pitch in and say a point, right? And then they sort of try to say something similar to what another person said, right? So I think that is also another thing that GD does
Yes.
too.
Yes.
So, but I think GD also has its own set of pros and cons. As I said, they're two totally different things,
Yeah.
meant for two totally different uh,
Yes.
scenarios.
Yeah, that is it. Ditesh, will go for feedback part.
Yes, 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 yes.
Do you have any feedback?
This was amazing, man.
Ah, yeah. It considering your first debate, it was really good, Ditesh. I'm really like amazed by how you spoke. Yes.
Yeah, you too, man. You've been doing this for so long, and I mean, I think you've really gotten good at that debating. But at points, you're sort of making me think of, okay, come on, what's the next point, right? What do I say for this? And he's saying such a valid point, right? That's so valid. That's so
Yes.
true. What
Yes.
do I say, and how do I defend the point?
Yes.
So I think that was really cool.
I have some negative feedbacks for you as well, so that you can improve
Yes.
later. Uh,
Yeah.
one thing is, had a good intro. That is what I really liked. Next, at least this is what I believe. You said this quite a lot of times. It takes away little authenticity. Maybe directly say this is what I believe. Okay, then sort of you are using the word sort of a lot of times, and like in the same sentence again and again. Maybe that you could really reduce. You, I really liked how you mentioned Aaj Tak and the new channel CNN. Like it showed that you are aware about your surroundings, and that was a really good point. Uh, okay, one point you mentioned that debate is noisy in your side, right? But I think that was not a good point to mention, because I would be benefited more from that point as compared to you. What was your did you feel that it was wrong on your part when you were saying that point?
I mean, see, what happens in a debate is, you directly, I did not directly think of it, but I mean, now that you've put the point across, I really feel like I sort of gave you that leeway of probably, maybe using that point against
Yes, yes,
my side, right?
yes,
So I think that's a really good thing you've noticed.
yes. But then
Also, the other
good.
other points, I think I should sort of decrease on my filler words too.
Yes, like sort of.
Yes, like sort of, yes.
Yes, even I have a lot of filler words and non words also, like even like you catch me onto that, I'll catch you onto sort of. Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, but the good part about the noisy bad point was, then you gave a cover up very soon saying about something about active listening, which was a really good cover up. I have more. Okay, basically, whenever we have rebuttal phase, right, we ask each other's question and don't clarify or don't add more points from our previous points. We just ask each other questions and put us in a very uncomfortable, difficult situations. I'm just telling about the format. This is what we do. Mhm.
Got it. Yes.
Also, whenever I ask you any questions, you had a great answers to most of them, but don't start with saying like, I agree to you. Don't agree to me, just stick to your side, okay? Don't give it like, it shows that you are losing somewhere, but then you cover up with a very great points, but don't like tell that I'm agreeing to you in certain scenarios. Okay, from one great thing I felt about you is you're good at elaboration than me. Like you elaborated each and every point really nicely, but I don't really go to elaborate very in depth, and I should learn that from you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was amazing feedback, man. Yeah, I mean, also like the don't agree part. I think this is something I really appreciated about you. You were actually laying down really good points that made me like feel okay. Am I actually defending the correct side? And I should probably agree to what you just said because they were actually very very valid points.
Yes.
So I mean, that is one thing I really liked about you. Also, what I liked about you is you sort of your points were pretty concise and you actually directly got to the point, which sort of I sort of directly understood what you were trying to convey.
Yeah.
So that is something I like about you.
Yes.
And yep,
But considering your first debate, Diptaj, you were really very very nice. Like you really very nice. Like I was really bad in my first debates, and like the impromptu-ness on whichever questions you asked me and I was answering, I think that is come after a lot of practice. But considering your first debate, you are really very good.
thank you so much, man.
Yes. Do you have any feedback, or can we go to the next phase?
I think we can go to the next phase.
Yes.
What's the next phase?
Okay, next phase I forgot to tell you. Next phase, what we do is we think from other perspective what I would have said if I was supporting debate, and adding to it. Okay, adding to it, not repeating your points, but adding to it. And even you will do the same. You'll think what you would have said in the GD, which I did not say. Okay, this is basically done so that
Awesome.
we think from the other perspective.
Got it.
Yeah. Diptesh, do you need more time?
Nope, I think you
Yeah.
can go ahead.
Okay, I'll start. I think one point that you could have mentioned is about better team spirit. Like it, debate is more like a sport. You are in a team fighting against another team. But in GD, it is not like that. It is like everybody speaking, and you don't really have that much team spirit in a GD. So I think that was a really good point. And then you could have mentioned some human qualities that you get from debate as compared to GD. And you mentioned all of these, mostly all of these, but they were so dispersed that I wasn't like it did not like it did not hit me like there is a one point of human qualities also. Maybe you could have taken a point saying like there are many qualities that you learn from a debate as compared to GD, like rebuting against people or people go against you. To have be cool in a heated argument or critical thinking. You think from other perspective. You prepare from okay. You get ready for impromptu-ness. Like all these qualities, I think you should have mentioned as a one point rather than having it dispersed throughout the debate. Yeah, but the team spirit
I
one
think
point
that's
that I think you should have mentioned.
I think that's a very good point, the team spirit one. As and the other ones that I mentioned a little dispersed. Uh, what I felt in a GD, what I felt like the points that could be added for a GD
Yeah.
is I feel like a GD, right, is a very good starting point. Like it sort of lowers the boundary for a lot of people to start speaking,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Because see, what happens is in a debate, you always have that fear that someone might, say something to your point, and you're sort of scared to put your point across. But what happens in GD is everybody's speaking, everybody's trying to contribute, right? There's no one arguing
Hmm.
against your point.
Hmm.
So I think it really lowers the entry point for a lot of people to start speaking, break the ice, basically.
Yeah.
So that is a
Make
very
sense.
good point.
Wow.
Uh, yes, I think that is a very good point. And I think when in a GD, right, when a lot of people are speaking, you also get encouraged to speak. So it's not like you always keep following another person's point. Everybody's speaking. So you also sort of get the encouragement to contribute in a GD. So I
Yeah.
think these were some points that I got for GD.
They are so amazing, right? Really, I could not even think about
Yeah,
the entry barrier, but that was a really good point. Yeah,
yeah.
we can go to the next phase. It's a next phase is basically group discussion, like irrespective of both the sides, what do you support more, GD or debate, and why?
Okay. Okay, so should I go
Yeah,
first
go ahead.
or are you?
Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, let me think. Hmm. So I think both the GD and debate, right? It's a very cool topic actually. This whole topic of GD against debate.
Mhm.
I think both of them are really cool and very important to have. Uh, but I think I would support. Um, they're both really good, man. Uh, I think I would support a GD just because it starts, the entry barrier is low, as I said, and it sort of gets you started, right? You don't have to fear, you don't have to have that fear. It sort of, you all are speaking, everybody's speaking, so everybody contributes to something. So I think GDs are really good too. Debates are also very good. Debates build your confidence and stuff.
Mhm.
So I think a little bit of both is very important to
Yeah.
have.
Um, Okay, for me, I would say yes. Even I would agree that both are very important, but I would give more weightage to debates. I think whenever you have any crossroads or any situation in life, you should think from both perspective, irrespective of other perspective, like without any bias. Like this side, all the good points. This side, all the good points. And then you should, after doing that debate work, you should come behind. You should have a wider look, and then do a group discussion of your thoughts, like which is good. I think that is. I would support that idea.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yes.
A debate would give you those different perspectives
Perspectives.
than what a GD would
But
actually do.
yeah, yes. Yeah, that is it, Diptesh. Now we'll do the last phase, which is ChatGPT. Like, go on internet, find anything. Like, you can find any statistics you want, any word you could have used, or any other points that we missed that were very good. Like, just go on ChatGPT and find some points.
Sure. Yes.
Yes. We'll take maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes. Do you want to start, Diptesh?
Yeah, I can go ahead.
Yeah.
I found some really good points
Mhm.
that I could have used in a debate. Uh, First point is debates have a structure. Right? You go over the whole logical aspect of it. You go over the social aspect, economic aspect, all of these different aspects, right?
Hmm.
So I think that's better handled in a debate. What would happen in a GD is you could just jump from point to point, right?
One, two,
And
yes.
sort of everyone pitches a random point and then you just sort of use that.
Hmm.
I think debates sort of go really deep down. You have a depth first approach
Hmm.
in a debate.
Hmm.
That is what would happen in a debate. Another good point I sort of got is, uh, I mean, someone could say that GDs show teamwork, right? But I think a good counter to this would be that debates also teach you respect, right? Because you have to wait and hear another person speak
Hmm.
and not interrupt, because even if you have a totally valid opposing point, you still have to sort of wait for them to complete. So I think that is something else. uh I think debates okay, this point. Yeah, I mean, that's it, I guess, for
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I have some points for GD. Like, I could say maybe real world relevance. Like many of the companies have GDs in interview rounds, so they it could be helpful. Uh, Also, second point will be about open-ended exploration GD provides. Like, you debate is mostly binary, like yes or no. But debate could GD could be anything. You can also have the middle side or any other side. And yeah, that is it. Uh, yeah, that's it, Diptij.
cool, fair points.
Yeah, yeah. Okay then, Diptij, how was it? How was your experience for the first time?
It was great. I'm not even kidding. It was actually good, and I actually got to sort of think and uh, sort of think impromptu. Like you're not given a topic, no time to prepare, not a lot of time to prepare for it,
Yes,
and sort of get your points across straight. So I
yes,
think it was really a cool experience. Plus, I got to learn. I mean, I got feedback, right?
yeah.
So that is something I would really. I think the most important part of this debate was the feedback part,
Feedbacks, yes,
because, like, I mean, what's the point of having a debate if you're not improving in it?
yes, yes.
So
Yeah,
this was really cool.
and that is why I tell a lot of negative feedbacks as well, so that it helps both of us.
Yeah.
Yes. I had to say something. I wanted to say something. I forgot. Yeah, that is it. Diptij, like it was really fun to have. We'll continue this even tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Like, actually, tomorrow I'm not there. We'll do it from day after tomorrow, like every day except weekends.
Okay. Any day works.
Ah,
You
yeah.
just let me know
Yes,
whenever.
yes, yes.
Awesome,
Yes,
man.
then Diptij. Okay, see you day after tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
bye.
See you,
Take
man.
care.
Bye.
Bye.